Find out what's going on. Get involved. Change things from the inside. Make a difference. Take pride. Multicultural at its best. The Luisa Marshall Show. Coming up.
All new, simply the best. Get inspired. Celebrating Moms in Business. A #1 best-selling book of 15 success stories of influential moms with soul. It's an honor to be invited by Influence Publishing CEO Julie Salisbury to write the foreword of this book. I'm happy to share a little portion of my story as a mother. And I'm proud of all these ladies who have the courage to share their own story.
I feel like most people would probably say, no, I would never believe it, but I actually did. Because I was
empowering
there for the
other women.
first round and I was interested in it.
Watch the amazing highlights.
So powerful, and that
a wow moment with Women of Worth founder.
That's what WOW has always stood for the past 15 years we've been around.
And simply the best moments with wonderful friends and supporters.
do the big bow, I love it.
All these coming up. We are celebrating the success of our book. Wow! Woman of Worth, Moms in Business, 15 Success Stories with Soul. It has reached #1 on its online launching. Congratulations to all the beautiful mommies who have shared their stories to inspire other women. You are all amazing. I'm proud of you all. And me, I'm just happy to share my true story of motherhood despite my hectic life, challenges, and hardcore principles, ongoing purpose. My daughters, Kimmy and Zania, mean the world to me. Hi, Christine.
Hello, Luisa.
So, what shall I say? Congratulations to you and to me and to all the wonderful author moms.
Yeah, we really have an incredible group for this, including you. And this is our 4th one in 2 years, which is amazing.
#1 bestseller.
#1
How did that happen?
Well, you know, I've always believed in tribe and women coming together to support women and empower women. And so by coming together, I think we've pulled off some miracles here because we come together as a group, we write our stories, we share our stories from the heart, and we are collaborating. So it's easy and it just all flows effortlessly. It's been amazing.
It's so amazing. And shall I say wow? Wow!
Let's say wow!
with a million exclamation points.
Yeah, very much so. And I'm just so wowed that you participated in this book. Mums in Business. I mean, you're a super mom.
No, I'm honored. I'm so honored. Yeah. So first and foremost, Christine, I know that you've been inspiring and empowering a lot of women, ladies out there. So you are super woman yourself and super wowing not only the women but a lot of men too, you know? So how does it feel for you?
It feels very humbling to me. It really does. I'm just constantly amazed by what women are capable of when they join together. And that's what WOW has always stood for the past 15 years we've been around, is women empowering women. And, you know, we just go out and we spread our ripples out into the world and we just really get women to stand up and be authentic and use their voice. And we stand for connection, collaboration, and celebration. And that equals empowerment. And that's what we do.
That is right. And of course, nothing is more authentic than what's happening right now. So we're having a book launch, actually the formal one, and celebrating the Women of Worth's Moms in Business. There are 15 success stories with soul. And you know, with soul, these are all true stories. And we would love to, of course, to a super shout out to all the 15 moms out there who boldly and courageously shared their stories.
Very much so. Yes. You said it. I don't need to say anymore.
Aww, this lady, she's so wonderful. So if you're interested, all you moms out there and all those wannabe moms and all those who are really planning to have children in the future, I think this book will help you a lot. So where can they get this, Christine?
They can go right onto the website, awomanofworth.com. And it's right there, #1 bestseller books, and awomanofworth.com. That's where you'll find this and the other 3 books as well.
Congratulations.
Yay!
If she has finished changing or not. She wrote our foreword, as she mentioned, and her quote, one of my favorites, written by Mark Twain: "The 2 most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why." Melanie Terborg, her chapter, An Ode to the Empty Nest. Her quote: "The only way that we can live is if we grow. The only way that we can grow is if we change. The only way that we can change is if we learn. The only way we can learn is if we are exposed." I feel like most people would probably say, no, I would never believe it, but I actually did, because I was there for the first time, the first round, and I was interested in it. And I remember thinking, if you were to ever do it again, I want to be a part of it. And I kind of felt like that it could happen. And then the best kind of, I guess, the most fitting for me book came out. So yeah, I kind of did think it, because I reached out to you and I was like, I want to do it one day. Yeah. Yeah. So.
And you did.
Yes. So did I really believe it? Maybe, maybe not, but yeah.
This is so not planned. Anyway, no, a year ago today, I was actually coming off of writing another book. And if you had told me a year ago that I'd be a best-selling author of not 1 but 2 books, I would have laughed outrageously, because it was not anything I ever could have conceived of. So no, I didn't believe it.
Thank you.
How would you like to be a #1 best-selling author? And I was like, okay, this is just too weird. The universe is showing me a sign. And so I went with it, reluctantly at first, because I was like, who am I to be part of this? But it's been an incredible journey, and thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
Myself and our publisher, Julie Salisbury, who is the owner of Influence Publishing, who's down in Mexico right now, so she couldn't be here either, is we promise a strategy that takes you from the day that we meet together as a group and start this process to the day that we become a best-selling author, that we will only take 3 or just over 3 months to accomplish this. And, you know, the usual first reactions are gasp and shock and no, it's not possible. And of course, it's been possible for absolutely everyone, because we have a fantastic system that supports our authors every step of the way.
More amazing highlights coming up. Don't go away. Moms and business owners, all moms, working moms, single moms, stay-at-home moms, every mom. This book has given us a platform to share and bare our souls to other women, so that you are not alone, and that we just have to show that there's always a way to move forward, and that us together, we are stronger. Don't forget that. We are stronger together.
So my next question is, were you skeptical that this book would get done in 3 months, especially as a busy mom? Yeah.
So when you said that the universe is speaking to you, this is what I say about the universe. The universe is big. There's always a place for somebody to grow, and there's always a place for somebody to really find themselves and what they want to do. And there's so many people in the universe who are going to support you and take you to where you want to go. And for me, at this point, for the book, is Christine and Julie. They were the ones bombarding me with things I thought I couldn't do it. And I just was about to back out. But then they really inspired me so much. I said, if the other moms who were looking after their little ones, I don't have a little one anymore, but there's still a lot of work. Yes. So good luck to you, ladies. You know, I just said if they can do it, if these ladies can do it, I'll try to do it the best I can. And I think I was able to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Congratulations.
During that process, back and forth with the editing, it just became richer and deeper and more focused. And without that little bits of guidance, it wouldn't have gotten to where it was. And then also just with the Facebook group, it was, you know, not a lot of dialoguing, but just here and there, little thumbs ups and words of encouragement, and it all came together. So there's something about the process of it, and just kind of relaxing, working hard, and just having faith that it will all just work out.
Thank you. And so I'm curious, when the first idea came to you to participate in this book, what did you have to believe about yourself that you could come forward as a best-selling author and stand in your place in that? Here you go, Deanne.
And I'm going to take Nicole with me. This is my beautiful daughter, Nicole. The other daughter that's in the chapter, actually, is at the Junos. Her husband, Megan, was nominated for a second time. So we got the 2- and 5-year-old. So do we look tired? First of all, I just want to make one little mention, and that is that this is about moms in business. Every mother is in business of keeping people alive and creating future generations. That is what I really love about this process. This is my second time being in a WOW book and being a best-selling author, and I can tell you that their process is absolutely breathtaking, so powerful. And that was when I was invited to be a part of the book. I said, I'll do it if my daughters can join me. So, Nicole, do you have anything to add?
I didn't have a choice. I mean, you guys saw the way my mom was dancing out there, right? Says it all. She's hard to keep up with. Anyway, well, I did join in a little late in the game, so I felt under pressure to get a draft in. I think we had maybe 2 weeks. So that was a lot for me. Even as my background in journalism, I stared at a blank screen for days. And I kept telling myself, who cares what I have to say? Who's gonna get anything out of my little life story? And then I shut that voice off in my head, and I said, just, you know what, just start writing and give it to the editor and let them do all the work.
No. The story that I felt was worth sharing, not that everyone can relate to exactly what happened, but the lessons that we learned through those experiences, I felt were really valuable for me, and I felt if I could share some of those, that I felt that it would be really important. But through the process, I was, and even our first meeting, I was so inspired by all of you, and I just realized that we all have stories to share, but this whole collaborative experience, it just made me so excited with how collaborating and working together and sharing those experiences, how powerful that was. So I really appreciate having this opportunity. Thanks.
When we stretch our comfort zone a little bit is the who am I question. Who am I to do this? You know, well, who are you not to, as Marianne Williamson so aptly quoted. So, yeah. So what did you have to believe about yourself? I didn't even get to meet you at our first meeting.
Yes, I was a little late to the process. I was originally approached, I think, in September last year, and I initially said, there's no way, I just don't have time, there's no way I could do this. But in October, my company was hit with a ransom malware attack. And as I watched my daughter, who I have worked with for 27 years, pull our team together and basically magically re-entered all the data for our last fiscal year into our system, and she did an incredible job. I said, I have to tell our story. I've worked with her a lifetime, and she is such an inspiration to me, and I just had to tell that story. So when one of the authors, I think, dropped out late October, I was approached again, and I thought, sure, I'll jump in with both feet. I didn't get to meet everyone at the workshop in October because I was too busy, but I thoroughly enjoyed the process.
I had looked at the book previously and thought nothing had called to me. And, you know, when I showed up at that meeting and we went through that day and hearing and feeling everybody's emotions in their stories and trying to get to what really they wanted to share, it was absolutely delicious. I walked away absolutely inspired, and I felt like I had great clarity because it's something that I do in my life, and it was really wonderful to watch their sort of pieces emerge throughout the day as they realize what it is that they really wanted to say. And I think having read the book, because apart from that we're not really connected apart from the Facebook, but having read the book and seeing the result really reminded me that the universe is magical and brings us together to collaborate on purpose, because there are magical threads through this book, through all of our stories that really do and does demonstrate the thread that connects all of us as a community.
How did it feel to be a #1 author, especially with the WOW, A Woman of Worth? I would say it kind of felt surreal. It felt surreal, and I'm sure you all can agree. When we first met, I definitely saw this unifiedness between us all. And there was no barriers. There was nothing that separated any of us, because we all had kids, or like kids, or mothered in some way. And I think the work of a mother is so unnoticed. It really is. It's this job of keeping humans alive, keeping businesses booming, keeping ourselves well. That's huge, and it takes huge work. So how does it feel to be a #1 best-selling author? It feels incredible. And you know what I feel for the first time in my life? I feel worthy. I feel like my story is worth something to a reader, and it's also a collaboration with some amazing women. And that in itself has been such a tremendous experience for me. So thank you so much, Christine.
Thank you. After putting so much effort into my past life, is that I really needed to take the opportunity to take care of myself. And that is one thing I did not do, is take care of myself. And I think that was my biggest learning process the last 10 months. So if I can speak to women and men, it's not just moms, it's not just single people, it's everybody, humans in general, that we really need to take care of ourselves. We need to do self-care. We need to do self-love. We need to have self-respect. And I think that's the biggest thing, is making sure that you, even though you're building your business, you're raising children, you're taking care of your husband, you're taking care of your wife, even though you're doing all of this, you have to remember that you are just as valuable as your children, you're just as valuable as your husband, you're just as valuable as your wife, your boss, your parents. You matter. And I think that's the biggest thing I learned about myself after 23 years, is that I matter. My businesses matter. My children matter. I matter. You all matter. And on that note,
Shall we give these ladies another thunderous round of applause for their courage? Yeah. There we go. Do the big bow. I love it. This is great. Having an entertainer orchestrating this is awesome.
Oh, they say we're young. You don't know. Won't find out not yet until you go. Listen, sure, ain't got a lot. Listen, sure, all the things I got. Okay, everybody. Babe, I got you, babe. Sonny, I got you, babe. I got you, babe. Oh.
Thank you so much for joining us. Oh, give it up one more time for my daughters, Kimmy on guitar, Sylvia Marshall.
Welcome to Relive the Music, a brand new one-of-a-kind show that takes the audience through good music history, trivia, and memories of the 50s and 60s. You will likely learn many things you never knew about these artists. You will see an energetic live band and amazing singers transforming and reliving through 2 decades of costumes, trends, dances with big screen video imagery, and voiceovers in the background. Get your tickets now!
All proceeds from book sales at the event was donated to Women of Value, a non-profit organization supporting female victims of exploitation, violence, domestic and international human trafficking. And also, if you don't have the book yet, please get your book now. WOW is donating 100% of royalties to charity to empower women and children. Please follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Hope you enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. I hope you all get inspired. Please don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. Always be kind. Let's stop bullies. See you next week. Bye-bye. Moms in Business. Yay! #1.